Hey Mog,
Hey Sam,
good morning.
good morning.
Did I woke you up? I mean, what time is
No,
it
no,
right now?
I was awake and then I got your message.
Okay, cool. So yeah, let me just let's get into business here so we can actually finish at least the part two.
Yeah, sounds good.
So here's the thing. What's the problem? I mean, the problem with the code that we're actually working on. I mean, last night. That will be last night, right? Because it's morning there.
Yeah.
It's actually. Let me just show you the code so you can see it. Uh, Here. So it's kind of here like this one here. We need to put it in the codes. So instead of trying to use just text, we need to first aside from the ES6 text. I mean, I don't know what I mean how we can actually call this one, but we actually the problem is that I mean we just need to put them in, between the single quotation marks, and it actually works.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. And then we're
Oh,
actually
right, because they need to be interpreted as values. I see.
yeah, and we can actually just using promise we can uh, check out the data inside. This one actually works. That's why
Okay.
if you look at the code right now, I mean the main feature, we have a lot of school,
Oh, nice.
right? Because whenever the this code runs, and I actually put the add budget here. If you remember, whenever that runs, it actually adds the same thing to the database. So the problem here, I think, is there a specific 1 second? As you can see here, it says multiple categories with the same name should be not be allowed. That's the catch here. We need to find a way how to actually make it unique.
Yeah.
Let's say inserting unique data SQL. Is there something like
Well, we can do what's the SQL function for finding? It's like select. So select all with we can do select all with name equals something, right?
mhm, they keep on suggesting absurd. However, right now we're just using raw SQL.
Yeah. Um, I'm gonna take a look at the cheat sheet that they gave us
Mhm.
in the README. There we go, MySQL cheat sheet.
Yeah, if you know how to actually just save the data uniquely, that will be cool. We can just put that on the
Okay,
query.
here we go. I'm gonna put this in put this in Slack.
So
So I think this should be our example. Our example. So let's try to create a query. Let's try to create a query with that and then change it into ours.
this one here. Select asterisk from budget categories where name is equals to what?
Whatever school.
School. Mm-hmm. So how do we actually use this one on this as budget categories?
Sorry, what?
Yeah, I mean how do we actually use this one? Because isn't it we're actually trying to insert a record that doesn't exist there? the database must have any duplicates at some point.
Yeah, but this is just seeing if it exists. So let's try running this and console log the result.
Okay. So how do we actually put that here? Okay, I'll just create another
Yeah, you'll need to create another function.
testing select for now, whatever. This will work. Instead of callback, we're actually just console logging it, right? So names for now. Data from budget. So this is it, right? So we just need to call it wait, where name is school.
Yeah.
And we're inside the text, right? Select. Wait 1 second. Where name is school. I think I just need to put something here instead of. There you go. I think this will work now. And then we just need to call this. Like this. Let's go. Now we have a syntax error again. Response to MySQL. So select asterisk from budget categories where name is equals to school. We have extra stuff here. I guess. Okay, there you go. So we have 3. Oh, okay. Yeah. However, it's actually select. It's not really.
Oh, it worked. All right, nice.
Mhm.
Okay, great. So then, I think the way we should phrase this function is, so try a different word that's not in there.
It's a
Yeah. So then we get an empty array.
Mhm.
So what we should do is we should have the function, do the names array, and if the names array equals true, then there's no other thing with that. Sorry, am I making sense?
Yeah. So you're trying to have a function. Are you planning to call a function within a function? I understand that you want to select the data first to check if that exists, right? So right now, we're actually just inserting it here. Equalize query insert. So first, we need to check the B database, right? So select. But how do we actually change them then? Oh, interesting.
But we need to pass that function into another function.
How is that? Can you give me an example?
Well, where's our insert function?
Here.
Okay. So at the top of the function, you'll want to put the you'll want to call that function. So you'll say testing select, and then pass in the name.
So I think we just need to check it here then. I mean,
yeah,
names.
Yeah. So you could just return name, or you could make it true or false there.
So how's that?
Well, think about it. So what happens if it returns an empty array? We get the result we want, right?
Correct.
So then it's true. So then in testing select. So actually, yeah, I think the better design.
Do you want to put it in a variable, or we don't need to?
You don't really need to. Here, go back down to testing select. Let's rename it. Let's call it,
Check name,
yeah, check name, check for name, something like that.
check budget name, budget
Yeah.
category name, just to be specific.
Yeah. So we want to. So do you think this should? I think this function should return true or false. To say yes, the name is available, or no, the name is not
Yeah,
available.
and also it doesn't take, instead of callback, I think we should pass name instead here.
Yeah.
And then down here, just like what we do here in the insert, I think we should use 6 here instead of like this one. And then inside, we can just like put it like this, like that, right? So name.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
How do
So
you do the backticks? Sorry, can I see your code? I'm trying to code along with.
yeah, cool.
Okay, so that's where you have your backticks.
Yeah.
All the way here. Oh wait, no, you have it.
Yeah. Basically,
Here.
we're just passing the name.
Okay, I got it now. Thank you.
Okay, cool. So I'm expecting, let's say I put here, I put the school, where name is school, that's right. This would work. Yeah, it works, as you can see here. So if I put school, it will work. If I put, let's say, something that doesn't work, let's say test, it's an empty array, so it works.
Yeah, but you don't want to return the array. You want to return a boolean,
That's
right?
true, yeah. So do you think having a statement in a promise will work? Because we're just, yeah, because isn't it, the bottom line here is that we're just expecting, or we're just planning to just return true or false. And if it's actually true, if it's true, we will not insert the name anymore. Am I making sense?
Well, yeah, but we don't really need a promise. It's not going to be that slow.
Yeah.
At least I don't think so.
Right. So yeah, so how do we actually, check if that exists here using that function?
Well, now we have our function works correctly, right? So it's just an if statement. So this returns a boolean. Wait, does it? Did you refactor it?
Yeah, not yet, because we're just
No.
actually console logging at the moment.
Yeah. So what do we want? We want the array to be empty, right?
The array must be
So
empty.
array is empty, then return true.
Yeah, but how do
How
we?
would you?
Yeah, that's the question. How do we actually put there? I mean, how do we actually make it like a boolean output instead of trying to log all the details? Can we actually put an if statement or conditional statement inside the,
Yeah. You can put a conditional in.
let's say,
Here, let me share my screen.
sure, okay.
Okay, so there's two expected results. There's some array, something in it. Like here we go. Array with some objects.
Yeah, I think your screen is freezing. Let me just check. Yeah, it's kind of slow, but yeah, it's going on.
Okay. Let's just say So this is our value, right?
Mhm.
And this just equals two empty objects. And then like so this value we never want this one.
Mhm.
But if we can take this and have it equal to this, so what we want is an empty array, right?
Correct.
So let's say the first thing is this first part. This is what we're getting back from the function. The second part, this is what we're expecting, right?
Mhm.
Oh wow, it is slow. Do you think this will return true?
Nope.
Yeah, exactly right. It won't return true, even though they're both empty arrays.
Correct.
And this will definitely not return true, because even if they were empty arrays, they're different. They have different context. So how do you think? How do you think we can figure out if an array is empty or if an array equals an under empty array?
I think we can use length.
Yeah. Exactly.
Give me 1 second. I'll
So-
do something outside. 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry, Amog. Something just came up. Okay.
Yeah, no worries.
Mhm.
Okay, so we left off knowing that calling the length of this array will be 0.
Mhm.
So how can we determine if our array is empty in our function? Based on what we know here.
So that will be if results is equals to no. If result that length is equals to 0, if that works, what do you mean? So it's an
Yeah.
empty.
There we go.
Mhm.
So if an empty array has a length of 0, or if an array has a length of 0, it's empty.
Correct. So okay, so let's apply that on our code then. Going back here.
Mhm.
So inside the promise, right?
What? There's no promise.
I mean,
Oh no, there is a promise.
that
Right.
then.
My bad.
Okay. If let's say names that length. Actually, we cannot.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's it, right? If there's that length, if there's length, return.
I'm pretty sure that's going to return true all the time.
Okay, like this. Return names that length, like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it will actually just.
But I'm pretty sure that's going to return true.
Sorry.
I'm pretty sure names.length will. Well, actually, no. Will it? No, I think you might be right.
Yeah. We could try if you want. We can try to wait. Let's do a test here. Let's say if names that length, we will return false. Return false.
Oh no, it always returns false. You're right.
Console.log false. Yeah, just to check. I just want to also make sure. Else, no, not you. Else console.log true.
Yeah, you're right. Your function will work.
Let's see. Test. Yeah, true. Is that true? Wait 1 second. If there's a length, it will return false. If no, okay, it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because zero is a falsy value, and any number above 0 is a truthy value.
Yeah, correct. So we will return this one here. Connection established. How come it doesn't work? I mean, it doesn't return this one, right? Even though we're calling it already.
Actually, make sure on line 67, make sure it's triple equals to 0. Because that won't always work. I was wrong. It'll only work with 1. But just to be safe, triple equals it to 0.
Let me just share my screen again. Yeah, here it is. There are names that length is equals to 0.
Yep.
Yeah, but it seems it doesn't work here. I mean, it doesn't return that. I mean, are we supposed to see it on the console? Or no?
We should. That must mean something's wrong with our function.
Yeah, this is interesting. How do we actually output that? I mean, the names. The names contains the content that we are actually selecting, right? So names.length equals to 0. Do you think we need a callback here again? It's like what we did at the top, like this. But how do we actually?
You're just trying to cancel on the find name function, right?
Mhm.
The check budget category name.
Yeah. So cat names. Just to be specific here. Cat names, category names. Oh, interesting. So how do I actually output this? True or false?
Is it not returning anything?
Yep, it doesn't return if it's actually.
Oh, you got a console log. Yeah, that's why.
Which one?
Grab 71 in a console log.
Console.log?
71, not there.
71 here?
Yeah,
Mhm.
put that in the console log.
Oh, okay. Right. So we're just returning, so yeah, it's exactly expected. It doesn't work there. Okay.
Ooh, undefined.
It doesn't work.
No. Maybe you're right. Maybe there does need to be a promise.
Yeah. But
Try console logging on line 66.
Wait 1 second. Console.log. If we actually put it inside the Sequelize, it will work. However, if we try to return it inside the promise, it doesn't work anymore.
Okay. I have an idea then, but just console log in there.
Which one?
Right there. Just put a console log and then cat names.length equals 0. I just want to make sure.
Okay. True.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. It's a promise error.
Yeah.
So then that's pretty simple. Pretty simple solution. We just need to combine our functions into one and chain the promises.
Oh, that's like, yeah. Okay, so how do we do that then? Should we just?
I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah. Okay, so first, I think we should first try to call the function select, and then Sequelize query. Wait, Sequelize query. Insert that then. Oh, I have an idea. I don't know if this one will actually work. Let's say we select this one, right? We're selecting it here. Then, sure. How do I actually interpret this one?
Yeah, no, you got it right. You wanna put the
Insert here.
yeah. Keep talking. Yep. Where do you think you should put the insert function?
Yeah, because right now, isn't it? We need to verify first. Select asterisk from budget, where name is not equal. No, no, no. Here we're just selecting the name by a name, right? So we're just selecting it by a name. What we're trying to do here is that we must not insert any values that is equals to the name that we actually selected. I'm a bit confused. I hope there's actually
Yep.
a better way to do this in Sequelize.
Well, we are using Sequelize.
I mean, a better alternative to just querying it like as it is.
Yeah, there probably is, but this is probably the easiest way to do it with the limited SQL that we know.
Mhm. Okay, so yeah. So how do we actually change this one? Just to make sure that this is the the edge case. Then we must actually just select after selecting it. We must restrict it, right? From having to insert it if after selecting, yeah. Oh no, I don't know how to actually express this one here.
Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to move our condition to the right. Well, our condition is in the right place, but we need to refactor it.
Mm-hmm.
So if our condition is true, then we need to move on to the next step.
Mm-hmm.
So how can we change that so the if the condition on line 68 is true, then do something else? How can we refactor that?
Here, right? 1 second. Let me just think about this. So name, types equalize, then cat's name. So we're just checking if this is true, right?
Yep.
If cat name's at length is equals to 0, then insert, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So something like this. And then you just need to call then and again, and then insert.
Yep.
But how do we actually call here then? I mean, if cat names, right? If cat names that length is equals to 0, where do we actually call it? Here?
Well, the easiest way to do it, rather than doing a dot then, because I'm not sure how to pass variables between the. Well, even then the dot then won't work. So if that condition is true, then we need to call our other function, right? So rather than using any kind of promises, we can just move the function inside of line 68.
You mean everything here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Here. I'm not sure if this will work, but let's try.
It will work. It will work.
So let's just
I'm
let's just review a bit. So basically, what we're trying to do at the top is that we're creating a query here, and then if cat name that length goes to 0, and then we will sequelize insert the data. Right? Otherwise, I think we should actually put a default, that kind of an error message maybe. Let's say else console.log just for now. Duplicate records. Do you think this will work?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
That'll be good. It's a bit of visibility for us.
Okay, so let's try to call checking budget categories. 1 second here. One last thing here. Isn't it at the top we're just calling name here? Isn't it we're supposed to also put amount instead?
Yep.
Okay,
Good catch.
because we're just adjusting one thing here. Okay, let's try. I'm excited if this will work. Actually a chaining method. Actually, it's a good one. Let's say let's try the one that's actually exists in the database. So school and then the amount will be 100. Let's save it. See if that works. Duplicate records. Oh, it works. How about we actually test? Insert into budget name yes test 100. Insert stream or data 10.1. What does it mean 10.1?
Look at your line 71.
Line 71. Yeah, data.
Basically, it means it worked.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that is it? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, no, never mind.
Yeah, I don't know what 10.1 means.
Yeah,
It
10.1.
doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Okay, so let's check the front end then. I'm guessing it will actually appear there. Yeah, it works. It works now.
There we go.
Nice.
We did it. We pretty much finished part 2.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'll just comment this out for now then. This add budget here, and we will just check. Check budget. Check. How do we call this function? Check budget category name. You know what? Let's just call it add budget here. Doesn't matter, right?
What? Oh yeah, add budget. Yeah.
It doesn't matter because that's the way this actually then cat names. Yeah, I like this method actually. I never knew you can actually put sequelize. I thought when you call sequelize once, you will never able to call it another. I mean again.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the putting functions in functions is what makes life a lot easier.
Correct. Anyway. Okay. Cool. So let's move forward. What's the next step here? API routes necessary to facilitate adding budget categories and getting a list of budget categories.
You already did that.
Yeah, I think we need to go to the server, right, first?
I think yeah, but I think you already did that, right?
Budget categories? Nope. I think we just what we did a while ago. I mean, last night is the budget categories. We're just pulling everything. So I think this time we need to create
Oh right, we need to create one to insert the budget categories.
Correct.
Right.
Add budget categories this time.
Mhm.
And then this time we're gonna call add budget categories instead. Okay, cool. Oh, sorry. Here it is. It's a function. So same thing, right? So we need to go to the React side. I already created add budget category JSX. It works here. So it works here. It's already there. Now we need to have a function that will actually trigger and get the input data and then send it over to the database. So do we actually put it inside the index.jsx or inside the add budget category.jsx?
It should be in index.jss. Add budget is done. We don't need to touch that function anymore. I mean, we need to use it, but we don't need to edit it.
So where we will actually put it inside here. Okay. So this time we're going to add a new function with same name. Add budget categories. Like that. Correct?
No. You're not on your server. You're on your front end.
Correct. So we need a handle function, right?
Oh, right. Yeah, you want. Okay, I see. Yeah. Then you're correct. Sorry. I wasn't sure what you were trying to do.
Yeah, so we need to create the handle function that will actually pull up the whenever the button was actually clicked, the plus button was clicked. We need to get these two things here. So let me just refresh my mind. How do we actually get those data again? I think we need to create a variable, right? Let's say var budget name, or kind of budget category name is equals to something. Var amount is equals to something as well. How do we actually pull this up again? I mean, we need to have a way, right, to
Right.
pull them. And also,
Well,
we need to put names.
I think the easiest way to do it is save those as state.
Wait 1 second. Category. Okay. So how do we actually put this one here then? Category name. Category amount. So what is the simplest way here that you mentioned?
Using state.
Like this one here? I mean, we will put them on the main state.
Yeah.
Okay, so category name. So that will be category name here is equals to, I mean, by default it's actually a string, right? The default string. Same goes with category amount. Is that it?
Yeah, both should be. Well, category amount I think should be a number.
Mm-hmm. 0? What do you think? That's default?
Or I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter for the default state. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think if we put quotation marks, it will actually treat as a string, right? I think we should just put 0. What do you think? Do you agree? Instead of trying to put it's on the amount, instead of trying to put quotation marks, let's say just put
Yeah.
0. Okay, so cool. So category name, category amount. So now I forgot the step on how to manipulate these two here. What should we actually have inside the add budget categories?
well, I know the answer, but maybe you should do some research.
Correct. Yeah. So 1 second. Let me just think. A quick think. Sure. Add budget categories. So I think it will be on click here. So when it was a click, we need to find a way to get this two here, the category name and the category amount. So var, let me just put, no, we have the state at the top, right? When it was clicked, it must change the state to the default one that we have here. Category name. Okay, var category name is equals to something, var category amount is equals to something.
Are you setting variables or are you setting state?
No, I'm just trying to get this information here for now, and then set it later after some events. Is that, I mean, does it make sense? Because by default, isn't we need to find a way to have access to these two inputs here.
Right. Did you look it up? Try googling the answer. How to save text input to state or something, or to react, something like that. Because you're not just going to know the answer.
Correct. There you go. Changing state via user input. I think it must be on the form, right? So that state current
Hey, hold on. I gotta go for a second. But I'll be right back.
Sure.
Okay. Keep working. Okay.
Mhm. On submit.
All right. How's it going? How's it going? Show me where you're at.
Let's refresh.
Sam? Sam?
Hey, Amog.
Sam? Hey.
Yeah. So here, I've tried to make. I mean, I'm not sure if this will work, but so basically, I set the state here, right? So whenever there's actually a submission, it must do this part here. So I put them inside the form. Will this work?
Try it out. Try it out.
One second. Are you the one who said? Yeah, you. Okay, cool. So if I put something here, then 3, I click the button, it's refresh. It must not refresh. That's
Hmm.
button.
It's okay. I think it's okay if it refreshes.
Because there's actually instruction here. It must not refresh.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wait, where does it say it must not
So
refresh?
wait 1 second. I think I have some. 1 second here. Here. So I think it must be something that it must not refresh the page. It must automatically inserted inside the category without the user having to refresh the page.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm not getting it right.
Yeah. Well, even before that, there's a few things. It's not going to transfer correctly. So try console logging. So in your wait, are you console logging
Yeah.
state? So just console log the whole state. Don't console log category name. And yeah, see what happens.
Okay, I'll put 33. That state doesn't exist here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's a clue.
Do I need to bind this first?
Yep. There you go.
That equals to that bind this. Let's see. Is your MySQL already run? Is it? Are you still having your old issue?
Oh no, I actually fixed it last
Wow,
night.
congrats. So how did you do? What did you do to?
Yeah. So the problem was I had there was another version of MySQL, so that whenever I tried to start the regular version, it wouldn't
Mhm.
run. So Lee, I was in office hours with Lee for a while, and she helped me figure that out. And then later on, I went and I deleted all versions of MySQL from my computer, reinstalled, and then it started
Nice,
working.
congrats. At least you're good to go.
Yeah, I can. I can actually get some work done on this project.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it's not console. It doesn't work. It doesn't console the log, the state.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
So you're calling the function onSubmit,
Yeah.
right? How does onSubmit get triggered?
Yeah. Okay. I think I got your point. Wait. On submit. Whenever the button was clicked, right? That's what it triggers here. On submit. 1 second. Let me just check this. I'm actually following something here. Form on submit. Put type submit. We have a button here. Do we need to name this button? So from what I understand, isn't it when you click on submit, it will actually do this thing here, add budget target.
I'm not sure. I don't really use onSubmit.
Unclick.
but it could work.
So
So you have a prevent default.
Mm-hmm.
try it once
Here,
more.
try it once more. See what happens.
One second. Flatten children. These children are rated unique.
Yeah, that's just
That's just a standard error. You can ignore that.
I think it doesn't actually run this after all. E.target. I think I should add something here if I'm not mistaken. To be specific, let's say E.target that category name, that value.
no.
No,
Target that value.
value is correct.
Or wait, actually,
Actually,
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Um,
Yeah, because isn't it we need to be specific here? Which one are we selecting?
So
okay,
okay, I'm really not sure about the approach you're
Mhm.
taking.
it's not the one.
It's not the one I would necessarily use. It might work,
Mhm.
but I don't really use form submit. I usually try to submit the individual text inputs.
We usually use what do you call this? On click most of the time. Is that how you actually work on forms? I mean,
I'll trigger it from pressing the button usually.
okay.
But that's just how I.
But that's just how I do it. This might be there's probably is a way to do it with form submit, but I don't know it.
Okay. Yeah, I think. Two. Let's search for some details then. On click, submit, form. React. On submit. So on click, what will happen if I will actually just instead of on submit, I will put it inside on click. Like this. Not sure if this will work, but let's try.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Give it a shot. See what happens.
Add budget categories is not defined. Oh, okay, of course. These that add budget categories. Okay, let's trigger that. Say whatever here. It doesn't work.
I thought it was.
I thought it would at least console log something.
Me too. Even the console.log. You know what? Let me just check if it actually works.
Oh, I know why. No, leave that there. So
Actually, no.
I don't know why.
Oh no, I know.
Oh no, I know why. Hold on. Yeah, sorry. No, leave that console log. Line 6061. Take out category name, category value. You don't need that.
Category name, category value. Oh, this one?
Yeah, take those out.
Yeah, take those out. You don't need those.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's gonna work anyway, but let's see what
Yeah,
happens.
because I think you should have a way to name your inputs. Which one is it's actually selecting? Wait a second. Three. It refreshes still. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
I think the
so
so
so the reason is you're triggering a state change on
on a button click.
a button click.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Do it that way,
but there's
but there's
probably the better way to
probably the better way to do it is to
have a
change
separate
function to handle state change.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you know what? Right now, my brain doesn't work anymore. It's actually late here. It's still 42.
Yeah, it's pretty late for you.
Yeah, I think
Wait,
I-
how about
I-
this?
Wait, how about this?
I'm
I'm gonna be coding all day, and I'm probably till like midnight. So if you need some help when you get back,
Yeah,
let me
sure.
know.
are you I mean, will you be available tomorrow?
Yes.
Tomorrow
For most of the day.
What do you time is you usually sleep during the night?
I usually like to sleep at
I usually like to sleep at midnight, which is I don't know what time
Yeah.
that is in your time.
Yeah, 12 a.m. That will be 6 p.m. 6, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 9 plus 6. So around 1 p.m. Cool. 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Until
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
time.
so just let me know if you need help.
Yeah, so just let me know if you need help.
And
And yeah, then we can meet up again.
So talk to you tomorrow then.
sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good. See you, Sam.